most dramatic name in all of touring. The Charlie Live Experience. It's going to be good.
I know. I kind of almost feel like you're about to be the Blue Man Group.
It's not, it's the, you're not completely far off on that.
I'm Julia, and I'm excited. We're doing an Audacy check-in with one of my favorite people, Charlie Puth. How's life?
I'm still here. Audacy check-in. I'm still doing it. I'm still kicking. Still making tunes.
You're still kicking tunes.
Audacy's still playing me. Thank God.
Well, I mean, you're putting out some amazing stuff. That's Not How This Works is the new single featuring Dan and Shay. The Sabrina's version out this past Friday. Yeah. Big fan of both. Big fan of the film as well.
Sabrina is such a good actress. She made me look like I was a good actor in that film. Don't you agree? I was watching back. I'm like, that's me? Wow. I was like, oh my God.
No, I was very impressed because it's one of those that like you watch and you're like, is this real life happening? Because it was very convincing. But then I do forget she has a really good acting background.
Really good acting background. And same thing while we were filming too. We finished that like really intense scene by the piano. And I was like, is this like, I went up to her. I'm like, you're not actually mad at me, right? She was like, no, we're filming something. I'm like, right. Got it.
Well, how did this all come about?
Well, this song, That's Not How This Works. It used to be just me. We wrote it about 2 months into the pandemic on Zoom. It was the first song I ever wrote on Zoom. I didn't even know what Zoom was. And I wrote it with Dan and Shay. Again, just supposed to be me. And 3 years went by, lots of changes in my life and everybody's lives. Switched record labels. I made a new album. I always had this song in my back pocket and wondered what it would be like if I just kind of revisited it. So I opened it up on the computer and just updated the sounds a bit and thought, why not feature the guys that I wrote the song with on the actual song? I bet you it'll sound really natural. And it did.
They sound so good at pop records.
They sound perfect. And Dan is one of the most detailed oriented producers I've ever met, vocal producers especially. He was sending me screenshots of waveforms and zooming in 1,000% and saying, this microscopic little dot, do you mind if I delete that from our lead vocal? I'm like, wow, dude. I mean, keep going. It sounds perfect and more perfect every time you send it to me.
Well, and then how did the Sabrina Carpenter version come out?
I've always wanted to, it went like this. I've always wanted to have a short film go alongside a music video. And I'd say right when I thought that, 2 days later, my manager, one of my managers, Ty, has a really good relationship with her manager. And I had actually brought up her name a week prior. And I said, do you think you could ask her if she'd ever want to be part of something like this? And she did, and we filmed it, and went so well. I had the idea while we were filming it to make her version of the song as well, because she's a really great artist as well as an actor.
Well, I like the fact too that there was 2 versions of it, because you know what it kind of reminded me of is the Eamon song "Don't Want You Back" from like 2004. I love a good callback song.
Wait, there hasn't been. That was his only. I don't know any other songs by him, but that was a really great song. That was such a damn.
Well,
Julia,
and then the girls' version.
There was a girls' version.
Yes. It says your sex was whack, and it was like, oh my God, she just got him.
Wow. Maybe I had that deep in my subconscious. You activated a deep memory within my subconscious.
No, I do think that was both of their only songs, but it left it in.
Hey, it still goes off today. That was damn, he said F you ho. I don't want you back. I think my song's a little bit nicer.
Yeah, and that song came out in like 6th grade and we were all like singing along with it.
No idea what it meant. We were slow dancing like, this is a beautiful song.
Yeah, but this is so nice. So you didn't put out the album too long ago. Is this part of a next project, or are you just putting things out?
This is okay. So I like to sonically bridge things. The last album was very almost borderline like hyper pop, very fast, very synth based. I want to kind of get back into, and I like it when things complement each other. For the next project, I want it to be very band oriented, like no synths. And if
Okay.
there are synths, they're like from a very long time ago and just real instrumentation. But I feel like I just like can't just come out of nowhere and just drop the project. I need to come out with a song that's kind of a hybrid of both. So on That's Not How This Works, maybe that's the bridge song
Okay.
leading us into the next, I don't want to say era because there's another artist that's using that term and I don't want to steal their fire, but I it's not that I would. I mean, but it's That's Not How This Works is kind of a hybrid of like real instrumentation and synthy instrumentation, leading us into actually what I'm working on in front of me in this computer right now. So I'm excited.
That is exciting. I'm excited for your tour.
The most dramatic name in all of touring, the Charlie Live Experience. It's going to be good.
I know. I kind of almost feel like you're about to be the Blue Man Group.
It's not, it's the you're not completely far off on that. It's the I remember walking around Times Square and looking at all the Broadway shows, thinking to myself, like, I have no interest in like being on Broadway and being an actor on Broadway, but I do love the music that goes and how theatrical it can be. So there are elements of that in this show that we're putting on. It's unlike anything I've ever done before, and it involves a lot of risk, but I'm willing to take it.
I'm sure it's going to be great.
It'll be fun.
Well, thank you so much. I'm so excited to see the tour, and hopefully I'll see you in person when that happens.
You have to. It's going to be a good show.
Yeah. All right. Well, congrats on everything. Love the song, and have a good rest of your day.
Thank you, Julia. You're killing it.
Thanks. You as well.